Good evening. Welcome to Laura's View and Tarot 2. Tonight I wanted to talk a little bit about military tribunals. That can be a confusing term for people. If you're a civilian, you think, what do I need to worry about military tribunals for? That is for members of the service. And that is true, but there's a little more to it than that. It is possible to be subject to a court of law within the military, a military tribunal, if there is evidence that you have been involved in acts of terrorism, if you have violated an oath of office, if you have been involved in crimes against humanity. And that particular term also includes human trafficking violations, crimes against children. And so there is a chance that a person could possibly not have ever served in the military and face a military tribunal for extremely serious offenses. So since that's a possibility, even though a quick Google search today told me that's simply a right-wing conspiracy, not going to happen. Well, that's not quite accurate, as with most of those Google assurances that right-wing theories are just that, theories. It is possible. And there is talk that there are military tribunals taking place in numerous locations across the planet. The most commonly mentioned one is Guantanamo Bay, which can be referred to as Gitmo. So I thought tonight, now that we have just the basic layman idea of what a military tribunal is, and since we know that the universe is much more honest than our mainstream media at present, that could change, I hope it will. Let's ask the universe what the universe thinks we, the viewers, people across this country and even the world, should know about military tribunals in the US, specifically in Guantanamo Bay. Are civilians involved, and are there truly court actions taking place there? Let's see what the universe has to say. I'm going to switch my pin here, let you see me finish the shuffling that you can get a glimpse of here, so you see that it's truly honest, random cards I pick, because I want to know what the universe has to say, and I want to honor that completely. Oh, but no doubt, let's see what it is. Okay, I'm going to put that back in the deck, but let's see what that Four of Wands can indicate. Card 1, card 2, card 3, card 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 for additional information at the end. Okay, here are our cards in a Conchita knife spread. Our question, the querent, we the world, has been indicated by the Empress. She is one of the major arcana cards, and she is about benevolence and nurturing influence. And if this is what we who are interested in this topic can be indicated by, I'll take it. I'll take it. The subject itself is being indicated by another major arcana, the magician. Now, the magician points equally as much up into the ether regions as down below, with the infinity circle there. All of the elements found within the other tarot suits are at his disposal. So he has a lot of ability and versatility. So our situation is one that we're asking about some balance. Now, why do we have to ask a question about and consider military tribunals to be a matter of balance? Our civilian courts have shown themselves to be less than honorable. There is rampant corruption from the least to the highest one in the land. Military courts are set up with a judicial system that's slightly different. There's no jury of your peers with 12 peers and endless appeal processes. The evidence is brought towards a panel that can have 3 to 7 officers. That evidence is based on its merit and veracity or truthfulness, and judgment is rendered in that case. And so it's quicker, and unfortunately, at the moment, military courts of law may be the most honest means of justice in our land. So we're asking, is there some balance available? Now, here's the past. When people originally heard that there could be tribunals at Guantanamo Bay, they were surprised and kind of disbelieving. But as time has gone on, especially those who had reason to be worried about that possibility because maybe they had violated an oath of office or had knowingly bought and sold some things they shouldn't have bought and sold, or harmed those that should be treasured and cherished. As that's gone on and it's become more of a possibility, and I'm seeing from this card that it really is happening, the Page of Pentacles is about reliability. Well, if our civilian courts aren't reliable, who is? The military. This to me is confirming that the military courts are in action, taking care of matters beyond direct military offenses right now. And God bless them, everyone, as far as I'm concerned. Okay, let's look at the near future here. The Knight of Wands. Okay, he's about forward movement, and sometimes his action is caused by a sudden change. Now, whether that sudden change was corruption within our government or something that's kind of been kept from the public view, I don't know. But he is in action here. Often for me, he is one of the 2 cards that indicates military involvement. And since we're asking about military courts, it kind of is tying together here. So let's look at some of our clarification cards. Our first and most powerful one here is the 8 of Swords. Now, this one is about patience and staying the course. So our advice right now is we should be hoping that the military does stay the course, continues doing what our civilian courts wouldn't to clean up corruption within our shores, and especially among those who have taken an oath of office and they took it too lightly. The Ace of Cups, while not quite the clout that the first card has, talks about a fresh start and healing. And this whole process is about healing. Folks, you and I, the regular everyday Americans who worry about the future of our government, of our country, we are going to be seeing that there's been a lot of cleanup underway. It was done quietly so that it could proceed. But there's going to come a tipping point where the quietness doesn't need to continue and it can be a little more public. So if you're waiting for that good news, it is headed this way is what I'm seeing here. I think it's kind of bolstered by cards 8 and 9 when they sum things up here. We have had a lot of heartache about balloting that wasn't handled with integrity, about elected officials who didn't keep their promises. Now this card, the Seven of Cups, is about temptations and trickery. Just reminding us that those people, they just tried to get us distracted, number one. But I think we also ought to realize that we're all humans, and some of us have fallen for some huge temptations that we shouldn't have allowed, and they're going to pay the ultimate price for it. And remember the card that fell out? The Four of Wands. Four of Wands is a very happy card. It's about healing. It's about partnerships and going forth in new endeavors. And so I truly think the way I read this is, yes, Guantanamo Bay, and other places are in the process of taking care of legally some matters that couldn't be taken care of where they should have within the civilian courts. And that there's good news on the horizon about that. And we are coming closer and closer to an age of more transparency, more partnership, more integrity, both in our lives and in the lives and due diligence of those we ask to represent us. So hang in there, folks. Better times are coming, and they're actually being worked on even as I speak. That's it for tonight. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, comment, and subscribe. In the meantime, till next time, stay safe. I send you love and light and wish all the best for every one of you. Good night.